Hey, Magic friends, welcome back. This is your captain speaking. Back on Capnclyde's MTG news with some holiday weekend spoilers. We did actually get a couple D&D cards spoiled this weekend. So, without further ado, remember to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and spread the news so we get some traffic on the channel. I really do appreciate it as we try to hit that 1,000 viewer mark for subs. And without further ado, let's just move right on into it. So as we start off, we have our first card for D&D. It's Burning Hand. So for a red and a colorless, it deals 2 damage to target creature or planeswalker. At the permanent screen, it deals 6 to it instead. Very interesting. Probably going to be very good in standard. Going to be great in sealed. That's probably going to be about it though. They're really trying to back down the power level while still keeping the power level kind of high, and this kind of a little bit this hate card stuff is probably the way they're going to go with it. So very interesting. Next, we have Long Rest. So for 3 green and X, it says return X target cards with different mana values from your graveyard to your hand. If 8 or more cards are returned to your hand this way, your life total becomes equal to your starting life total. Exile Long Rest. Hmm, that's very interesting. Yeah, to cast this for like 11 or 12 seems a bit much. Probably going to be great in draft or sealed. Commander will probably love this card. I just don't see it doing anything in any other formats though. But you Commander guys might get a kick out of this one. Moving right along, we have an awful picture. God, heaven forbid, it's from TikTok even. Jesus, Lord in heaven. Anyway, Sudden Insight. So 2 blue and 4. It's an instant. It says draw a card for each different mana value among non-land cards in your graveyard. So fine in draft, maybe okay in Commander. Um, But just awful and everything else. It's 6 mana. There's no way to cheat it. It just, yeah, I don't see this being worth a dang. Moving right along. We have Rally Maneuver. So for a white and 2 colorless, you get target attack creature gets +2/+0, gains first strike. Till end of turn, up to one other target creature gets +0/+2 and gains lifelink. Huh. Interesting. Probably good in drafts. Probably I don't think it's going to be used in though. So moving right along. We have Spoils of the Hunt. For green and 2, target creature you control gets +1/+0 until end of turn for each mana spent from a treasure to cast a spells. Okay. Um, then that creature deals combat damage equal to its power target creature and opponent controls. So this is going to be fine and sealed. I mean, worst case scenario, it's 3 mana fight with no pluses. If you have some treasures, you can give you guys some extra plus stuff. And it's not even really a fight; it just deals damage. So this is probably going to be really good in draft, but that's probably going to be about it, especially at 3 mana. Moving right along, we have Unexpected Windfall. Very interesting. So for 2 red and 2, it's an instant additional cost. You may additional cost discard a card, draw 2 cards, create 2 treasure tokens. So maybe good in draft, but that's really about the only thing I see this thing doing, unless you really want something like this in your commander deck for some reason. But at 4 mana, you should have your mana fixed by then, so I don't think this is going to be a thing for commander either. So yeah, this is definitely going to be a draft card if it's even that. So next we have Forsworn Paladin, 1 black, 1/1. Okay, with menace, not too bad. Black and a colorless, you tap it, pay a life, make a treasure token. Okay, I'm down with that. For a black and 2, which is not a tap ability, target creature gets +2/+0 until the end of turn. If mana from treasure is spent to activate this ability, that creature also gains Death Touch. Alright, so this seems really good, guys. This thing looks like an uncommon. I think it should be a rare. I mean, you can make treasure tokens, so you can give stuff Death Touch. You can give other creatures Death Touch. If you have treasures, it has menace. It is a 1/1. Uh, Good and sealed, maybe good in commander, depending on the kind of shenanigans you're doing. This might be good in standard though. I'd keep an eye on this one, guys. This one's got some legs. So moving right along, we have Potion of Healing. Everybody needs one of those, right? So for white and a colorless, when it enters the battlefield, you draw a card. For a white, you sacrifice Potion of Healing and gain 3 life. So this is a fine card, especially for draft. It lets you draw through your deck, gives you 3 life. May even be good for standard because there are a lot of life gain decks that do trigger things off life gain. So this might even be a standard contender. And who knows, maybe Commander guys want this too because it says draw a card in its artifact. So, who knows? Could be a sleeper common. Alright, so here we have Senor de los Banditos Hobgoblino, otherwise known as the Hobgoblin Bandit Leader. For 2 red and 1, you get a Goblin Rogue. That's a 2/1. Other goblins you control get +1/+1. And for a red, tapping him, he deals damage equal to the amount of goblins that enter the battlefield under your control this turn to any target. Very interesting. I mean, it's going to be fine for draft. For standard, I think it might be a bit much, but if the goblin decks are really good, I mean, it is a lord basically. You know, everybody gets +1/+1. Um, so maybe it is a thing because that damage to any target could be your opponent as well. You know, cast 2 goblins, zap them for 2. Who knows? I actually think it might be pretty good if goblins is actually a viable tribe in the new format. Moving right along. Demogorgon's Clutches. So for black and 2, target opponent, it's a sorcery obviously. Target opponent discards 2 cards, mills 2 cards, loses 2 life. Um, it's fine. It's be good in draft. Not only because they discard 2 cards, but because they mill 2 cards. Um, I don't see it being a big thing in standard, unless it replaces some discard 2 effect that's already in there because of the whole mill thing or something. But that's as far as I see this going. We got plenty of these floating around that do this same kind of effect. Vampire Spawn. So for black and 2, you get a 2/3. When Vampire Spawn enters the battlefield, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. So it's fine for draft. It might be a commander card just because it says each opponent. But other than that, I don't see us doing anything. I mean, if there's a mono black deck somewhere, it just needs something to start shock on the opponent. Maybe it sees some play, but I think there's better things than this for 3. So moving right along. Next here we have the Soul Knife Spy. So for blue and 2, again, awful picture. We have a 3/2 Elf Rogue. Not terrible. When it deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. So it's a sweet common. It could be great in draft just because of the ability to draw cards by hitting your opponent. I don't think it's going to see anything in standard just because um, blue is not known for its aggro ability. Maybe commander. I doubt it though. Nah, probably just a draft card, guys. It is a common. What do you expect? All right, Teleportation Circle. Now this is interesting. So for a white and 3, this is a rare enchantment. At the beginning of your end step, exile up to 1 target artifact or creature you control, then return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. This is very interesting. Um, this is a new blink effect that will take the place of the blue one that's rotating out here shortly. It's also white. There's lots of stuff in white that already blinks, Yoria and so forth and so on. Um, this could be very good depending on the kind of decks that we have come up. If it can withstand the aggro assault, because it is 4 mana. Now, commander players and things like that may make this card very valuable because this is a sweet effect to have in a commander deck. So, moving right along. Oh, looks like that's it, boys and girls. That's all the spoilers for this holiday weekend. As always, thanks for watching. The eBay store link is in the description. And with this being said, hope you had a great 4th of July. God bless America. Happy birthday, America. And God bless all of you. And until next time, remember, guys, let's be kind. And I'll see you then.